Hello and welcome. Now today I'm going to be changing the thermostat on this Pontiac Vibe behind me, which is 2004. This will work on average 2003, 2008, same as the Toyota Matrix. Now this is the thermostat I'm using, 180 degree, pretty well stock. If you live in the south and a lot of heat, you never get a winter, or you want a little bit more power, some people say go to the 170, and that one's right there. So let's get to work. Now, of course, first thing we want to do is make sure the car is cool before we do any of this work. And we're going to want to make sure and drain the radiator. I already got the catch pan below it. Now we're going to drain it. It's right here on the driver's side of the radiator. Way down here, you'll see this tab at the bottom that you can twist. Twist it, and you'll see that once we get the plug out, you release the pressure off the cap and it will start draining. That way it's probably the easiest way to do it. That way you don't get all the antifreeze on your hand when you drain it. Alright, now you'll have to do all this. I gotta change the radiator anyway, so I'm gonna be pulling the electric fans and the radiator out. I already have a video on changing the radiator, so you can watch the first part of that and see how to remove the radiator if you want to make more space. The thermostat bolts, and I'll show you right here. We can get down in there real quick. You can see the first one. You can see the thermostat completely. First bolt's there, second bolt's there. It's actually a thread with a nut on it. Now, that top one right there is pretty easy to get to. 10mm nut on it, not bad. This one right here is also 10mm, but sometimes your alternator with that in the way may be in the way. Sometimes you get a socket on it, sometimes you need a wrench. But we need to take that off first. I'm going to take a pair of trusty pliers, squeeze it.
Don't want those untrusty ones.
And pull it loose. Sometimes when they're stuck on, you can give them a little bit of a twist and they will come off.
Can't see anything but your hands. We didn't need that anyways.
Now the alternator is a little bit in the way, and you can probably do this with a smaller ratchet. 1/4-inch drive and have more room, which I'll probably end up doing on the bottom now. Alright, now I am using a 1/4-inch drive on that one. A little bit harder to get off, but it gave me a little more space to work with. Alright, now I was wrong. The alternator's got to come off. Or was I? Nope. You can wiggle it out. And the thermostat is right there, as you can see. So we'll just... Oh wow, it's been in there a while. So, what we'll do is we'll get a flathead.
Fell on the ground.
The thing that you felt that we didn't need, we need. So I don't get the camera's way.
Oh, let's use your hand now.
And we should pop loose.
Ooh, yeah.
There. Alright, you can stop fiddling down. Now with the new rubber seal around the thermostat, you can go ahead and push it in, pop it in place, and then get the thermostat housing back on. Alright, so come up in here, push that in place, then I'll slide the thermostat housing back into place somehow. came off, therefore it must go back on. There we go. Get the wiring out of my way. There's that. Now we get the nut started. Try to get them far down by hand as I can. Give that a little snug, and then get the other one kind of snug, and go back to the other one, make sure it's snug down a little bit more, and we'll go back to the bottom one, do the same thing. Now these weren't that tight, and they don't have to be because it's a stud, and we're just tightening the plastic down around the thermostat, and we don't want to crack the plastic. Which is why I'm liking using the 1/4" drive right now. I can't get that much torque on it. All right, there we go. Now, I'm gonna reinstall the hose. Now a little tip here. You can use that squeeze clamp if you want to put it back on there. But I'm going back with this kind of clamp, screw clamp. And I'm putting it on the bottom here because I will have more room to tighten it up that way. So let's put that on there. And right now I do not have the radiator in, so I might leave it a little bit loose so I can move it around if need be. But there it is in. I'm going to tighten this down, make sure everything's reattached like it should be, and you're good. Alright, there it is. That's how you change the thermostat. Like I said, put the hose on, you're done. Now if you're like me, took the radiator out because I'm working on other things as well while I'm under here. The radiator is leaking, so I figured I might as well go ahead and fix other things that involve the coolant system. But thermostat is changed. I'll connect the hose when I get the right angle for the radiator, not a big deal. If you didn't pull the radiator, maybe you just pulled the fan out of your way. Said I got a video showing the fan removal and the radiator removal so that you can see that yourself and do it. You may just have to move the fan out of the way in order to get more room because it overflows on that side and the overflow could be in your way. If you want to remove the alternator and make it easier, I got a video to change the alternator and show you how to take it out. So go that route. But thermostat's changed, done. And remember, when you do something like this and you fill it back up with antifreeze and all that good stuff, always check for leaks. So I hope this information proved helpful. As always, thanks for watching.